the first thing I would say to the council is your job is policy making. And so our meetings should always put policy issues at the front of the agenda. And we should be, I will help you to be conscious of when you are drifting off of policy and getting caught up in something that is really either not appropriate or is a lower priority. So we're going to get into the budget right away in the new year. If it were up to me, the budget committee would be starting to prepare itself for the coming year so that they have plenty of time to actually evaluate the proposals and give serious consideration rather than just getting squeezed under time pressure and having to just pass something because there's a state deadline. So the mayor, how does the mayor work with the council? How can the mayor work with the council? Well, my background is 27 years of organizational and management consulting, and I have worked with lots of groups where my job was to make that group productive, but I had no power over them. So how could I do that? Well, it had to do with several things. First of all, the information flow that goes to the city council often swamps them. Vast amounts of information. They don't get it with enough time to prepare. And frankly, when it's that vast, you can't, you just can't. It's very hard to assimilate. So what I've done as chairman of the Planning Commission is work to create some kind of summary or outline that gets to the heart of the issues, and then to use that as a tool to help the council prepare, and also to get them the information at the right time. And sometimes even I think we should be conducting some informal public conversations about issues that are coming up, that both to tune up the council and to get them listening to the public. So the first part is the management and organization of the information that goes to the council. The second part is working individually with each city councilor before the meetings actually occur to get their thinking processes going, to have them listen to themselves as they're talking about their positions. I think a lot of times on the city council, a councilor speaks and it's the first time they've ever really committed themselves, and they're in public, and after they say something, they sometimes, I know because they've told me, they say, oh my gosh, I didn't really mean to say that. Well, that means they didn't really think it through first. And so as the person who's preparing them for their meetings, I get them to think it through, to tell their story to an objective listener, and then also I start to understand where the issues are, and that helps me to structure and facilitate the conversation that takes place in public in front of the city council. So those are some of the ways that I would do two things: make the council more effective and focus the council on policy. If we can focus the council on policy, then we can streamline and energize the operation of the function of city staff. So that's going to be an important thing, and that's one of the things that I bring to the job as the mayor.